Hello, today we are going to be talking about the non-profit management anywhere. As you can see right now, we are in the dashboard, and under here you can see all your KPIs, key performance indicators in a colorful visual environment. You can see, for example, all your donor counts or volunteer counts or your community or your like charity program. That's everything that you want to put on dashboard. You can do it. It's fully customizable. In order to customize it, we can simply click on Edit Dashboard. And under that, we can click on Add New Widget, and we can make adjustments through here. For example, we can add many appointments. If you want to see other appointments, you can put as appointment card just by one click. And as you can see, I just save it right here, and I can see my appointment count. And every widget works the same. All right, so this was our dashboard on how to edit. Now let's go to our conversations. Under here, you can see all your conversations. You can see all your unread, all your recents there, and all of your conversations. You can keep your track of your conversation history with each contact or volunteer. Right on the middle, you can see the history, and on the right side, you can see all their details, such as the email or their phone number. You can also make if you want to make appointments with this volunteer, you can. You can also make tasks from as well from here, as you can see right now. By clicking on Add Task, you can create our brand new task for each donor or volunteers or supporter. All right, so next we have the calendars. Again, under calendars, we have different views. We have the daily view, weekly view, and monthly view. Under here, you can make the appointments, and you can also select all the users that you wanna that specific person to see, and you can make specific calendars or multiple calendars as well. If you want to make multiple calendars, you can categorize them, and inside those calendars, you can put that users as well. In order to make appointment, you can click on plus new button, and you can book appointment by putting which calendar you want to be in, appointment title, and a team member, and lastly select the date and time and that contact. And after hitting the book appointment, your dashboard will be updated. All right, so next we have the contacts. So under here, you can see each of your contacts' name, their phone number, email, which date they've been created. And you can also see the last activity of each contact as well. If you click on one of the contacts, for example, again, you'll see more detail on the left side. They have the information about the contacts, such as their name, email, and their phone number. In the middle, you see the history of each contact. And on the right, you can make adjustments like for their task, notes, and so on. We also have option to upload contact as bulk, right? There is no limit to it. We can upload it if you want to upload 500 at a time, or 1,000 at a time, or like 5,000 at a time, right? There is no limit to it. As long as they are .csv file, you can upload them anytime that you want through here. This is the first step. We're gonna be uploading contacts. Then this is the file, right? It's gonna be has to be .csv file. As long as it's .csv file, you can upload as many contacts that you want. Now let's move on to the opportunities. So under opportunities, you can you can check all your volunteers, you can keep track all your supporters, you can check all your community, your donations, and so forth, right? So as you can see, we have the new donor, as you can see, the service complete and so forth. So you can create a pipeline, as you can see at the top. And under that pipeline, you can create several columns that that tracks all your donations, all your grant fundraising, your charities, and so forth, right? If you want to see them under here, you can do that. For example, for a new donor, let's add a new opportunity for under that column. I'm gonna add Kevin, for example, right? After adding the Kevin, I'm just gonna hit create. And as you can see on the top right, it's successfully created. And right now, Kevin just been under the new donor, as you can see right now. This dashboard is interactive, as you can see. I can drag and drop it. If this contact new donor band service completed, as you can see, I can drag and drop, and it's under service completed. All right, next, let's move on to the payments. So under payments, you can see all your invoices, estimates. You can create documents for your organizations or your community, right? You can also check all your subscriptions, and so forth, right? So in order to create invoice, this is our invoice. You can see the invoice name, the customer name, the amount, and so forth. You can also create documents and contracts as well, as you can see with their name, their status, dates that have been modified. If you want to create a brand new document, we can do that by either creating a new document or you can upload as a PDF too. We have two options. For this example, let's start with a new document. And after that, as you can see, you'll see this blank page. Now let's fill that. So for example, let's put a text. As you can see, you can drag and drop, by the way. And I'm just gonna say this, name this test document. Then I'm gonna be putting, let's just say I had an image here, right? Just say this is my image. And lastly, we can put our date. I'm gonna select the date on the bottom right, like this. Then we can put initial below that as well. So like this. So let's just say this is my sample document. After this is done, I can save this. As you can see, just saved. And I can also send it to a specific person or or multiple people if I have that option too. And when we go back to our contracts dashboard, you can see our brand new documents that we just created on right here, as you can see. New document, dates been modified, and so forth. You can also see your subscriptions, and you can also see all your payment links as well. And you can also create products under payments too. Next on the agenda is marketing. So under marketing, you can control all your social media basically, right? Under here, you can make posts for your community, right? Or your organization. So in order to do that, you can connect to a social account first, such as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, or YouTube. We can connect them. After connecting it, we can make posts, right? So when I click on post, first thing I'm going to be selecting is which account I'm going to be posting from, right? I chose YouTube for this example. After that, I can type my command and my post. And on the right side, I'll see the preview before I'm going to be posting it, right? If everything's good on my preview, on the bottom, it says post. I can click on post and it will post on my social media. You have several options. I can either schedule a post or I can schedule a current post as well. We have a couple options to choose from. Next, let's talk about emails, email campaigns. So under email campaigns, you can send unlimited bulk emails as email blasting, right? So as you can see, we have several. So if you want to create a brand new email campaign, you can click on new and you can choose blank. So under that, you can either choose design editor, code, or plain. So to make things easier, I'm just going to go with design editor. And after that, I'm going to be filling up with the information. So I don't like this part, so I'm going to be deleting this. Then I'm going to be adding a text. And I'm also going to be adding an image. Let's just say I have an image here. And lastly, I'm going to be adding a button that is going to be saying, let's click on the button. And I'm going to update the button text name to click here, for example. After making them change, we can hit save. And let's just say this is my like a super basic example of a email campaign. And once I'm done, I can save it. And after that, I'm going to click on send or schedule on the top right. After clicking on that, we're going to be putting my information such as my email, my name, and the subject of the email campaign. Then I'm going to be choosing my contacts. I can click all contacts and it will choose all the contacts in the account, which is 2 at the moment. Or I can make adjustment. I can only choose one or multiple at a time, as you can see right now. We have those options. Once that's done, on the right side, you can see the preview of your email campaign. If everything looks good in the preview, you can review and send it whoever you choose for the recipients, and that's it. You also have option to batch schedule it. So under that, we're going to be choosing the date and time, which days we're going to be sending on. And again, after that, we're going to be putting our information such as our email, our name, and the subject of the email campaign. Then we're going to be choosing the recipients, right? After choosing the recipients, just all the contacts, for example, then I can go to preview, check my preview of the email campaign. If everything looks good on this side, then I can click review and schedule, and that email campaign will be scheduled at that date and time that you put it in here. And this is pretty much it for the email campaign. Now let's go back. And now let's talk about automation. So in here, you can make communications with your donors or volunteers, right? So in here, for example, if you want to make let's just say workflow about all the appointment confirmation reminders, right? Let's click on that and we can make that happen. So how this appointment confirmation reminder workflow works is it triggered by an appointment. So whenever we make an appointment under the calendars, right, it will trigger the specific workflow. Then you're going to be getting a confirmation email. Then, in 24 hours before the appointment, you'll be getting another reminder email with an SMS, right? And lastly, again, you're going to be getting a email again 1 hour before the appointment. So you can see it's a super simple workflow, but you can make all the adjustments, as you want. If you want to add a new trigger, we can simply click on that. And on the right side, we can see all our triggers. We can make a trigger about contacts being changed, for example, right? Or we can add if you want to add any tasks and so forth. So we can make all the triggers. And those plus button that here, as you can see, you can click on that and we call them actions. So actions comes middle of trigger. So this big rectangle rectangles are basically the triggers, and this small plus shapes are actions. So if the actions, we have multiple actually several actions to choose from, as you can see right here. For example, if I want to choose action as, for example, a copy a contact or delete contact, right? I can simply click on it and I can save this action to my my workflow by clicking on it, right? And once everything is done, I can test this workflow before publishing it. And after that, if everything is good, I can click on save, and that will update my automation tab. Now let's talk about sites. So sites, which is a landing page, in here you can create funnels, we can build websites, we can also design forms and surveys, right? As you can see, we can build funnels. We already have several, but if you want to add a brand new funnel, we can on the top right click on that, and we can choose from the scratch, or we can choose from the templates. For this example, let's go to templates. And as you can see, we have so much to choose from, right? We have like close to 100 templates on here. So as you can see, most recent or more popular, we can load more, and you can see all the templates. And if you like one, you can simply click on one of them, right? Then let's go with, for example, business services. So click on that. As you can see, this is the preview of that specific funnel, right? Then you can see the description of this funnel as well. If you like it, you can put them on favorite. And if you really like it, then you want to work on it right now, you can hit on continue and you can make adjustments to it. And the same concept goes with everything. Like with the website is the same way, right? And you can also make forms. So you have these forms with surveys, right? For example, let's go with the go to funnels again. Let's go with this specific workflow and let's edit it. As you can see on this one, actually, let's go back and let's try another one. Let's go with, actually, let's choose from the, from templates, why not? And let's go with business services again, and let's hit continue. And that will, add the template to your funnel dashboard. And after that, you can make any adjustments that you want. And we're going to be going in a second. All right, in here, as you can see, this is our sample funnel. In here, you can make all the adjustments that you want, right? You can click on it. I can change pretty much everything that you see. I can change the background. I can change the layout. If I don't like anything here, I can add more stuff to it from the top left, from add an element. If I want to add another headline, I can drag and drop it. So I can drag and drop here. I can change my headline, right? So I can just say hello, right? From like this. And yeah, this is pretty much how we can change and edit it inside the funnels. And again, it works with the same concept. When I'm done with this specific funnel, I can click on save, and that will save to my dashboard. And after saving it, you can also publish it as well. All right, so let's go back and let's talk about memberships. So under memberships, you can create custom courses for your, for your volunteers or supporters or for your whole community, right? You can see all the invited contacts, users, and you can also see all the users that currently being on this course. And lastly, when they finish with your course, you can also make custom certificates to give them at the end of your course as a, as a finished. Next thing, we have the media storage. So under media storage, you can upload all your images, videos, all your documents and so forth, right? And you can also make custom like folders to make them categorize and find easy to find, basically. All right, lastly, we're gonna be talking about reporting. So under reporting, you can see all your reports basically. Like you can see reports about your volunteers, your community, your donors, and so forth, right? For example, if you want to see, you can see all your, for example, if you connected your social account, right? Let's go with Facebook, for example. So when you make a post under Facebook, you can see all your total impressions, your total clicks, your conversions, and so forth. And you can see pretty much everything in detail. You can also see all your appointment report here as well. You can see which appointments that have been booked, which ones are confirmed, your channels, outcomes, so forth. You can see it much more in detail. Last but not least, we have the mobile app as well. It's available on Apple Store and Google Play via our mobile app, bringing all this powerful feature right to your fingertips, wherever you are. All right, this sums up the overview of the CRM. Thank you for listening.